No.
All right. Hi, my name is Ricky. I'm an overcomer. Been doing overcomers for a long time, but my recovery date is May 26, 1987. And for that, I am truly grateful. And, you know, one of the things, since I'm teaching tonight and some stuff that happened in my life made me think about the winning factor. You know, and one of the things that I want to say to you, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. It's all on how you look at it and how you go about achieving it or trying to achieve it or not achieving it. Because if I put my mind to it, I should be able to do it. But if I don't, I have gotten further along than if I didn't do anything at all. They say those that don't do anything, they achieve just what they did. You know, and if you make a mark to shoot for the stars and you only get to the moon or outer space, you've gone further than you did before because you made an attempt at doing something. You know, when we talk about the winning factor and so many different things, we see folks focusing on the winning factor. In all sports, everybody is focused on winning. The runner who's out there training to run, he's training to run to win the race. The football teams that are practicing so that they can win the games. The basketball teams that are playing so that they can win the games. They have trying to put together the winning factor. And the one that gets to, like the professionals get to the Super Bowl, they know that they have the winning factor when they get to the Super Bowl and they win the game, they put the ring on, it says that you're the winning factor, you know the winning factor. Recovery has a winning factor in it. It's called the steps. And when we look at the steps, they put us in, and if we follow the step, we see how to win in what we're trying to achieve. Now, how many of y'all believe in the Bible? How many of y'all read the Bible on a daily basis? Okay, how many of y'all truly understand the Bible? Put my hand down.
I don't think so.
Now see, if I'm after the winning factor for an overcomer, we focus on God's word as helping us to see how to get to the winning factor. We take God's word, we put it and we trust, because when we do that, we get it down to a point where we can understand it. Now, how many of y'all have a plan on how you're gonna do your recovery? Okay, I need 3 people to tell me how they're gonna do their recovery.
One at a time.
Okay, that's one.
Sober living after this,
Okay,
and then get a sponsor. I might do my old sponsor again and go through the steps.
okay,
I think it's, for me, it's trusting God and keeping a relationship with Him and, working at it every single day.
To further my relationship with God.
okay. Skip one more. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll piggyback off of strengthening my relationship with God and making sure my nutrition good and exercising and getting to work for sure.
Okay,
Make comedians start.
okay, yes, sir.
Just being obedient to God and just doing the things that He created me.
Okay, y'all gave, yes, go ahead.
Falling back in love with myself.
Falling back in love with yourself.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
Mhm.
Okay, I like that. That's the first.
Now tell me why you say falling back in love with yourself.
At one point, I love, like others more than I love myself, which I didn't see it at the time as impossible.
Mhm.
Until I was explained, I kind of learned that, today and like a couple weeks ago. But, I just was putting my all into people, places and things, and wasn't putting nothing in myself. Like I wasn't doing nothing for myself. Like I lost myself.
Lost
You know what I'm
yourself.
saying? I surrounded myself around people that was not, I'm not gonna say beneath me, but that
Did you feel like you was beneath everybody else?
did,
Okay,
did.
okay.
But-
How many other folks have felt like they was beneath everybody else and you were not good enough? Okay. Mm-hmm. You're in the right place. You after the right thing. Cause the thing about it, going for the winning factor is setting the goal. Okay. And the goal today, what is your goal? Somebody tell me what their goal is.
Stay clean and sober.
Hmm?
Stay clean and sober.
Say it real loud.
Stay clean and sober.
Okay. Anybody got something different than that?
I need to get back to my home group and I kind of want to try to dedicate myself to the 90 and 90. And, if I don't get my old sponsor back, definitely getting sponsored
Go ahead.
and fairly doing the steps this time.
For me, it's getting back to being the mom I was before I started drinking. That's like,
Okay. Get it. So you're trying to get back what you lost.
maybe a little bit.
Okay. So now
Actually, it's all my need.
the question is, is trying to get to where you're trying to get to, has the shoulda, woulda, couldas been a problem in trying to focus on what you need to do? Okay, good. That's what I need to know. Put this over here before I tap something. Because see, one of our greatest enemy has always been the shoulda, coulda, woulda. I should have done this. I could have done this. If I would have done this, how things would have changed.
Right.
But here's the thing. We read step one. I'm just gonna read the Bible portions of each one of these steps and show you getting your mind to the factor that we need, because that is the true principle of what we're trying to do. Step one, it says, we felt we were doomed to die and saw how powerless we were to help ourselves, but that was good. For then we put everything into the hands of God, who alone could save us. 2 Corinthians 1:9. Now, I remember one meeting, we were talking about this, and the guy read this here, and he stopped and he said, I don't believe it. I don't understand it. Look at it when you put everything into the hands of God. But see, here's the thing. What he saw was, when it says powerless, he couldn't accept it. Can y'all accept that you were powerless over what took hold of your life? Huh? Where you been, where you come from? Because see, we have to get into a different mindset than what the mindset we have. Because see, that just because you've had a few days to clean up, you ain't got a couple of meals, you ain't got to bathe a couple of times, you got to smile every now and then. And then the mind says, I can go back and I can do it differently. How many of y'all have already went back and tried it differently? How did it turn out?
Sit here.
Worse. Yeah.
Okay, I just needed to know, you know. How many of you have said in your mind that if I'm gonna take you and your sponsor, for example, because see, we got people who come and they ask you to sponsor them, and then they tell you how they want you to sponsor them. Help want to tell help how to do it.
Right.
Do you go to the doctor who's finna do open heart surgery on you and tell him how to do the surgery? Hmm? Do you go to the psychiatrist
No.
and tell them how to help you get better? So this is what I wanted to get over to you. When you think you can, you're right. When you think you can't, you're right. You got to remember that. Because when you think the recovery program will work, you're right. When you think the recovery program will not work, you're right. But which one of them lines up with the winning factor? Which one of them lines up that you can win at? I think it's gonna work.
You let them guide you and you go with it and they'll try it, right?
Y'all right.
I don't, yeah.
See, you thinking you got the right answer, you got to give the right answer. All you got to do is give an answer. Cause see, whatever answer you give, it's gonna show you exactly where you're at. Don't doubt.
Not going to comment what you're saying, you're good, yeah, honestly, for me.
See, the thing of it is, don't doubt answering. Cause see, if you answer, especially if you're sitting in front of your sponsor and you answer, then your sponsor knows exactly where you're at.
Yeah.
Cause see, here's the question that I meant to ask is, how many of y'all been out there over getting high and doing all of that? Okay, how many of y'all have been out there doing it over 5 years?
Well,
Mm-hmm. How many of y'all been doing it over 10 years? Okay, 15? It got a few hands in. 20 years. It gets less and less. Cause see, one of the things I had to learn, and when I started, and once I got in recovery and started helping people, and it took a long time before I learned this. Matter of fact, I had a couple of people I was working with finally told me that all the stuff that I was sharing with them was going like this here, because they hadn't been out there that long. That's how come they had to go back and do it a little bit longer.
yeah.
Huh? They hadn't hit bottom, but it didn't feel like they hadn't hit bottom because what I was sharing was my bottom, which was lower than their bottom. So they had to go back there and try and understand how you get that low. Huh?
And they can tell us they'll figure it out for ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
See, when somebody who has been doing recovery shares stuff with you, whether you agree with them or not, whether you agree with them or not, is not the situation. Because what works for one person over here may not work for you. What'll work for you may not work for him. Huh? But what we put together, because see, everything that has been put together, these 12 steps of recovery have been put together and have been proven to work if we put the effort toward it. Because see, you got to get the mindset that this will work. If you get into the mindset that this will work. As long as you got the mindset of that won't work, guess what? You're right.
First you have to completely surrender.
Huh?
So first you have to completely surrender before you do anything.
Yeah.
You got to say that again real loud.
The first thing you have to do is surrender everything over to God.
Completely. You said, yeah.
Otherwise you're not going to do anything
Why? Somebody answer me why.
because you can't do it yourself.
So what
You can't do it your way.
can't do it your way?
Can't do it your way. You have to do it His way.
But I done wrote down all of my plan of how.
It's your plan.
It's my plan. You trying to say we have to reach to his plan? Okay,
He says that. My plans and my your plans are higher than yours. Yeah.
look. As we take the step to get to what we're looking for, how many of y'all think this thing gonna work overnight?
Oh,
Next 30 days? Huh?
3 days?
Yeah,
I think that's awesome.
that'll work and you'll never have to worry about going back out there if you're around people.
They say that, you do 10, 11, 12 every day after that all the time, and then I also agree with people that just, especially if you're going through some things, start all over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think, that's what I'm just, I don't know.
I think it's.
See, you keep you give answers and then you give the real answer and then you give another answer and then you get a real answer. Cause here's the thing.
I successfully did do it.
So here's your answer. You keep giving it. You say, I don't know. What is that?
No, I'm saying, I'm asking what's suggested from you,
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm giving you.
so I was,
How about just said, I don't know.
okay, thank you. Now, what you're suggesting.
Because you want the complicated answer. Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Because when you have to give an answer and then say, I don't know, and then give another answer, say, I don't know.
Yeah.
The real answer is, I don't know. And then when you say that, because see, if you say to God, I don't know,
Yeah.
his word says, you ask him and he'll answer you.
Okay.
Huh?
Bye.
He says, you know not because you ask not. So if you don't know, say, God, show me. Then when he puts people in front of you that's talking about what you ask God to show you, because you ain't got to say, oh, you ain't got to go run to 100 people and say, I asked God this and what do you think? Guess what you're going to get?
Yeah.
100 different answers.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Hmm? When you say, God, show me, and somebody comes along and start talking about what you just asked God for, that's the one you might want to listen to. Whether you agree with them or not, whether you believe them or not. Because so many times you're going to hear somebody share something and you're not going to believe what they're saying is true until you experience it. Because see, I remember when I came in the program and I was going to a group that had a bunch of men in there and a lot of them had 20, 30 years. And I looked at them and the way they talked, I said they're still drinking because they still sounded like drunks to me. The way they walk, they walk like they ought to be still drinking. And I seen what kind of they had. See, I went to a group. The majority of them worked at the post office because the guy that was helping them was the H&R director at the post office, and plus he was in recovery. So anytime anybody came to him wanting recovery, he knew where to send them. And we were meeting in a psychiatrist's office. And guess what? They believed in reading the books, studying literature, and sharing that. They said, when you just bring up a topic and they call and everybody just share, they call that a liars meeting. First one ain't got a chance because everybody's gonna add their own spin to it and make it bigger. Because see, if I start telling you about what I used to do and how I used to do it, I'm not gonna tell it the way it happened or the feelings that go with it. It's gonna be dressed up.
It's your way.
No, it's gonna be just dressed up. Huh? Because see, understand this here, what it took a long time for me to understand When I said I'm telling the truth, I was telling just enough the truth to make me look good. Just because I done stole your stuff didn't mean I'm gonna tell you I stole your stuff. I don't know where your stuff is and help you look for it.
Oh, yeah.
And say, you ought to check over here and check with that dude. I think they the ones got your stuff. Cause I'm gonna tell you just enough of the truth to make me look good. And 99% of the time, any parts of what I'm telling you is a full-fledged lie. Huh? The one thing that we have to understand is the number one person we have to convince of a lie first. Say that again, Curtis.
Ourselves.
Yeah.
Say it louder.
Ourselves.
Huh? Remember, when you was trying to sell that lie to somebody, how many times did you repeat it to yourself?
Right.
So now, when you're after the truth, how many times you need to repeat it to yourself? Many. So that you can stay focused on the truth. If it took telling yourself 1,000 times, because see, my first inventory was a lie. And I didn't realize it. But the person sitting in front of me kept listening to it and said, wait a minute, this don't line up with this, and this don't line up with that. And this, something is off here. And then we started looking at it. It was all the lies that I have told myself over the years. So those are the things that kept me locked in to still being out there. So we tore that up, throw that in the trash, and started fresh. And it took a while to get to the real deal. It took some digging to get to the real deal. Because see, to find out who you really are means you got to do some real digging. And you got to be willing to do whatever it takes to get there.
Yeah.
Because if you're after the winning factor, if you want ready to win, you got to be ready to go through whatever it takes to get to that point that you can win. Look at what I got through saying, talking about the athletes, they train. And many folks think in the off season, they're not training. But if you start following somebody that you like that's in sports, you'll find out that during the off season, they're working on their weaknesses to make them stronger,
Right.
better. You know, the quarterback is always throwing the ball to perfect throwing, to perfect where he's putting it at. The basketball player is always on the court shooting. The tennis player is always out there practicing to get better. Because if they don't lost, they want to get better so they can win. But their mindset is not on the losing, their mindset is on the winning. So if you done messed up, slipped up, fell back flat on your face, time to get back up, get refocused, and go back at it. One of the things I used to, and I still say it now, because when I get somebody coming, they go back out there and they come back in and they say, I'm gonna try this again. I say, don't try. I'm gonna start over. Don't start over with the same thing. Start new. Start new, start fresh. Cancel all of what you already have. There's a lot of good stuff in there that will come up to the surface. But the majority of the stuff that you're looking at and working with that will give you the win will come up. It's just like when the jeweler takes the gold and starts getting the purified, and he heats up the gold and he gets it hot enough to turn into liquid. All that impurities come to the top and he scrapes it off. all the impurities come to the top and scrapes it off so it can get down to the pure gold. Now, if you're trying to get to the pure gold, here's the answer. Work the steps. When the trash come up, sweep it off. And you keep sweeping it off until you get to the pure stuff. And when you get to the pure stuff, then you can be what he's trying to get to. Loving yourself. Because here's the thing. I loved it when he said that. Because of the simple fact that when I can look myself in the mirror and say I love you, then I'm looking at the one who God made. And if I can't love that person I see in the mirror, guess who I don't like? Say it loud. I want to hear it loud.
Good job.
Huh?
Good job. She got it. God's creation.
Because
creation.
aren't you?
Yes,
Are you?
yes,
Do you believe you are?
yes.
Or do you believe your mama and daddy's mistake? Because sometimes that's what we got to get past is looking at it from that standpoint. Daddy ain't nowhere around, and him and mama never got married. So I'm that mistake that was made. I'm that child that was made out of wedlock. So that's trash. That's what you'll hear. That's what has been told for many years. But to get past that is to find out who I really am. Huh? What is it? Psalm 139:14. He knew you when you was in your mother's womb.
I think so.
So if I'm focusing on what God has done and what God knows and how God has focused and believes in me, that's what I need to believe in myself. Because if I'm connected to God and God is connected to me, then he's guiding me and showing me how to get to those things that he has already planted inside of me. But see, now the only way I know how to get them out is to stay connected. Because he is supplying me with all the information.
Can I read that, please?
Go ahead.
It's 14 and 15, well, actually 13. You made me, Psalm 139. You made me all the delicate inner parts of my body and knit me together in my mother's womb. Thank you for making me so wonderfully complex. Your workmanship is marvelous. How well I know it. You watched me as I was being formed in utter seclusion. I was woven together in the dark of the womb. You saw me before I was born. Every day of my life was recorded in your book. Every moment was laid out before a single day passed. How precious are your thoughts about me, O God? They cannot be numbered.
They cannot be numbered. Now, is that a great love letter or what? Is that a great statement about who God thinks you are?
Yes.
I'd rather go with what God thinks of me than what others think of me. Because see, being part of the winning factor means that I'm taking those steps that's necessary on a daily basis. Every time I come and share, I like to talk about the 5 alive. The 5 alive is one of those things that has been put into practice, and many who have done it will tell you it works perfectly. But see, if you do it on a daily basis and get in the habit of doing it on a daily basis, I can put a guarantee on it. If you get up in the morning and pray and ask God to guide you through the day, he will. Then you break out the Bible and read some scriptures. Now, if you're trying to find exact scriptures and stuff like that, and you come across them where they study destroying each other and all of this here, and all of that, keep reading. Go on past that. Because see, the Bible is a history book of mankind. And many don't believe that it is. They just think it's fairy tales and all of that. Something that man put together to have control over us. But it's not. It is God's instruction book that was put together. Yes, he used man to put it together. But he was in control of what got put together. So now we take that and we read it on a daily basis. And when you get out of homeward bound and you get where you can call your sponsor or your mentor or somebody that can help you in recovery on a daily basis that you can share your innermost thoughts with and just dump everything out on and leave it there with them, then you do that on a daily basis, every day. So first you pray. Second, you read the Bible or 12-step literature. We're gonna make it easy for you. Because some might have a problem reading the Bible or might have a problem understanding it. So get you some recovery material and read it. Not the Playboy, not the hustle, none of those. Not and not Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. You know, they got some good quotes on there, you know, but that's it. That's all they got, little quotes. But see, then you got all the other stuff that you'll run up on. So if you're trying to stay truly focused, leave that to the side for right now. Then you done, let's see, number one, you done pray, you done read some material, you can call somebody. Now you do what you're doing right now. Attend a meeting. Every day. Every day. Get in the habit. Make this part of your life. That's if you're ready to win. Then when you get ready to go to bed, thank him that he done carried you through the day and ask him to carry you through the night and prepare you for the next day. You start doing this on a regular basis. Then you start getting in the habit of something that's going to take you farther than you ever thought you could go. Huh? Because see, your wildest dream right now is just, if it was like me when I first got clean and sober, is surviving. I didn't have those great dreams I had when I was a kid were gone. And then I started living and started doing this thing one day at a time and started living this deal and letting this thing work out and all of this here. Then, you know, trying to get my life together, found myself homeless and having 10 years of recovery. Had CDLs and couldn't get a job. Now that was the wildest thing. Go put in my application and still don't get no call back. But still, and what I found out at that particular time, God was taking me through something and helping me because he had me out busy because I was busy helping so many people at that time. And then when I had finished my assignment that he had given me, and I didn't realize he had given me that assignment, I just know I had to stay in the recovery process so that whenever anything started working out, I'd be on track. Because I didn't want to go back. Huh? The fear of me going back. See, here's the thing. The fear of me going back and taking one drink, still today, taking one drink is I'm going to fall flat dead. I want to live. And if I don't die, then y'all going to see me on Channel 4, Channel 8, Channel 11, Channel 5, all of them stations. I'm going to be headline news on USA Today, on CNN, and all of that because I almost was that before I came in here, and I done had 30-something years of staying clean, and I start back, and I already know how crazy I am because I was working with somebody just the other day, and they said they were ready to go get some treatment, and then they made a stipulation before they can go to treatment. And it was a definite, either you're gonna do this here for me, or I'm going back out. that hit a nerve that I didn't even know I had. And then what come next after that was a full on explosion because, you know, you're going out your way. I done called a whole bunch of people, whole bunch of places. I got all these folks working on making sure when she say, yeah, we can go. This, it's gotta be like this here. I said, no, baby, it ain't gonna be that way. Ain't gonna work like that. If that's gonna be what has to happen, there's the door. There's the door. You know, we done went out our way to come get you. Come down in the enemy territory to pull you out. For you to say, either I do it this way, because see, when you start making stipulations to God on how you want him to handle your life, guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna allow you to keep doing what you're doing. Because he already done set it in place. Here's the one thing y'all got to understand. He's already set it in place. If you surrender, you will win. If you don't, you won't. It's just, that's how simple it is.
Right.
It's not complicated. There's either or, either surrender or don't. Because when you truly surrender, things happen. Recovery in Alcoholics Anonymous, in the book, it talks about a spiritual axiom. When I believe that it will, it will. And if I believe it won't, it won't. It's a spiritual axiom. If I put the spiritual axiom into operation and saying, God, lead me and guide me, show me, help me, and get out the way. Because see, I like to talk about when you put your hands up. How many of y'all done had to put y'all's hands up like this before? I've seen a few of them say, yeah. Yeah. When you done put your hands up like this here, because you got to surrender, huh? It's time to do it again, and it's not for the police. Because see, when I get to that point that I say, God help, and I put my hands up like this here, or I do like this lady doing, put them way up, huh? Because see, when I got it out like this here, I'm still trying to hold on to something. I don't know what it is I'm trying to hold, but when I put it like this here, I done let go of everything. See, and then I say, God help. When I say, God help, here's the position. If a little baby standing in front of you with their hands up like this, what do you think they want you to do?
Yeah.
So if you're standing in front of God with your hands up like this, what do you want him to do?
Lift you up.
How hard is it to accept that fact that if you're standing in front of God like this here, that you want him to lift you up? Huh? Now, here's the thing. If you say God help and you add anything to it, you have just stopped the whole process. Because now you're trying to tell God what to do. How many of y'all think doing that will work? How many times have you told God to do this here for you and you're going to surrender to it? You said, God help me. I won't do this no more. God help me. I won't get drunk no more. God help me. I won't steal them folks' stuff no more.
If I get through this roadblock, I'm not gonna drink it. I remember saying that.
We want to put the stipulation on. Okay, so now, while we're talking about God help, how many of y'all have something in your past that you thought God should have done, kept you out of, and he didn't?
Oh, no, you always been through the deep. I never had it.
Huh? You had to do what?
And who would be?
But when,
You've got.
what if, so, ain't that happened to you when you was a kid and you didn't know how to ask God?
I don't know, God.
Mhm. Okay, go ahead.
I just want to ask if anybody for baptism, because we're getting down to the end.
Okay,
Okay.
all right. We're gonna keep going then.
Yeah, keep going.
We got 15 more minutes to beat you upside the head. I mean,
One, we got one.
I won.
Cool.
All right. No, they hadn't filled out a card.
Let me get
They right up here.
You just need your first and last name. And that was partly my fault. I didn't say that earlier. Oh, got it.
So now, you know, winning factor,
All right.
setting your mind to allow God to move. How many of y'all are ready to let God move in your life? Okay. Are you ready to do it on a daily basis?
Yeah.
Are you ready to do it on a minute basis? Those are the questions that you got to answer, because life is, because you just made that, you raised your hand and made that commitment, life is gonna come at you real hard. Huh? Your old play places, old play things, they're coming to check on you. Huh? They're coming to pull you back. Huh?
We can go back.
Because they're gonna come and say, hey, I got a free one for you.
We're not back in about 6, 7.
Uh-huh. Got a free one for you. How many of y'all gonna say yeah?
Oh.
Your test.
You know, y'all notice when I started talking, I only shared one step. Step one. Step one says we admitted we were powerless over alcohol that allowed us to become unmanageable. And A says we were powerless over our addiction and our lives have become unmanageable. Other recovery programs change just one thing. Powerless over my compulsion, powerless over my eating, powerless over my sexual desires, powerless over. When we truly admit that we are powerless over, one of the programs said we have to concede to our innermost self. It's real good to come out and say, oh yeah, I'm powerless over that. But when you concede to your innermost self, guess what? Your inner being says, yes, I'm powerless over that. Your inner being says, yes, I'm ready to connect to something better and greater. Huh? It's not trying to run the show anymore. Because see, once I get to that point that I'm powerless over it,
Yeah.
huh?
Fired, right?
Totally. 100%. She got it, y'all. Give her her hand. It took her a whole beating to get that far. Yeah, because you have to fire yourself.
Yeah.
Huh? How many times somebody told you you got to have self-will? Huh? How many times have I said self-will, you can get through it, you can stop? Huh? How many times has somebody told you use your self-will? Your self-will will stop. You don't have to keep doing that stuff. Your willpower. Use your willpower.
That's right.
Huh? You try? Powerless.
Yeah.
Self-will, powerless. Huh? Everything, powerless. That's the thing we have to get into. I am powerless over everything, but see, if the thing of it is, if I find the God of my understanding, if I find the God that really is, and he overcomes, we call him Jesus Christ. He died for you.
Amen.
rose on the third day for you, sits on the right hand of the Father and intercedes for you. See, and that's what he's going to do, is the death, burial, and resurrection. He's going to do the baptism part that shares that when the mercy, we die, when raised, we're new. But then the thing about it is, once you get raised up, you're new inside, but guess what's up here is going on? The old way of thinking is still running. Spiritual warfare, 100%, because it's now just jumped into overdrive. Because you just like a car going 100 miles an hour and made a left turn. Huh? You're fighting against what's trying to run you straight into the wall. Huh? And in the movies and stuff, they make it look like it'll work. You can make that left turn and miss the wall. I can tell you, you make that left turn doing 100, you're still gonna hit the wall. So now what happens when you hit the wall and you're talking about trying to serve God and life is still throwing this at you and you hit the wall because of the momentum of the stuff that you've been doing catches up with you. You're still focused on God. Because that's the winning factor, no matter what. No matter how bad things look, you still keep focusing on God. And when you do that, he will guide you and bring you through. Because it said the steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. And it says, lean not to your own understanding, in all your ways acknowledge him and he will direct your path. Huh? Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you know what the good, perfect, excellent will of God is. They ready? So let's go in and support him getting baptized. Thank y'all for letting me share. Thank y'all for letting me be here. I hope I shared something that'll help you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Find out about that narcotics and I'm gonna get into, because I got a lot of confidence. We gotta get stuff on him, so.
You did I heard.
What? Who got the camera with him?
Jimmy? Oh, that's your phone.
That's not fun.
Oh, mine's in my back pocket.
Oh, is that you on video with that? No.
No, that's Jimmy. Jimmy doing the video.
Right. Well, see y'all next Monday. Got a phone call down here, I'm gonna call them and find out what's going on. Okay. You sound good. Yeah.
Believe that God was buried, rose again on the third day. Alfonso, this confession was that Jesus will bring life to you. This time I will baptize you in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Spirit. Just like this. Did you notice? Prayer. So you can go ahead. Also serve as our dismissal. Again, I'm very, very thankful that those of you who came back, and especially who came to share with me. Father in heaven, thank you for this night. Thank you for the message from Ricky and how it touched Alfonso's heart that we decided to go ahead and get baptized and put you on at this time. Change direction. Pray that you give me strength to continue walking your way in honoring you. Just we pray that everybody who has done this already will get encouragement to Christ.
All right, you shut it down now. Say X out there, brother. Did it again.